it's not always a bang. Sometimes it's just a sharp, concussive force. A sudden, violent push, like you've been struck by a hammer. For a moment, there might be nothing. A strange numbness. Your mind, in a state of pure shock, rejects the reality of what just happened. You might even think, this can't be happening. I'm not hurt that bad. Then, the sensation arrives. For some, it's a searing burn. One survivor described it as feeling like their entire body was on fire. The path of the bullet ignites every nerve it touches. If it hits a limb, the pain is joined by swelling, a tingling numbness, and an inability to move. In the torso, it's a deep, severe ache in the chest, or abdomen, a desperate shortness of breath. A head wound might bring confusion, dizziness, a stinging burn before memory fades. The physical reality of the wound is far more complex than a simple hole. The bullet's velocity dictates the destruction.
A low-velocity round from a handgun might crush and tear a direct path, but a high-velocity rifle round is different. It doesn't just penetrate, it creates a shock wave. A temporary cavity much larger than the bullet itself expands and collapses in a fraction of a second, causing massive damage to surrounding tissues and organs far from the bullet's actual path. Bone doesn't just break, it shatters, creating secondary projectiles inside your own body. This is the immediate trauma, the fight for survival. But surviving the initial injury is just the beginning of a different kind of fight. The body is a battlefield. Infection is a constant threat. Nerves once severed can lead to chronic, unrelenting pain. And sometimes fragments of the bullet remain, a potential source of lead poisoning for years to come. Then there is the mind. The event replays itself. Nightmares, flashbacks, a constant state of high alert.
Being shot is profoundly traumatic. Nearly half of all survivors will screen positive for post-traumatic stress disorder, even years later. The rates of depression and substance use disorders skyrocket. This trauma doesn't just scar the survivor, it radiates outwards, affecting family members who are suddenly thrust into the role of caregivers, witnessing the struggle firsthand. The recovery is a grueling process of rebuilding. Physical therapy to regain mobility, to teach muscles how to work around the damage, occupational therapy to relearn the simplest daily tasks, dressing, cooking, holding a pen. It is a slow, painful journey toward a new version of normal. This process isn't just physical, it's about confronting the psychological wounds, seeking counseling, joining support groups, finding ways to process the fear and anger. It's about living in a world that suddenly feels unsafe. The wound may close, the scar may fade, but the experience is indelible. It changes your relationship with your own body, with your sense of security, with the world itself. Healing isn't about forgetting, it's about integrating a traumatic event into the story of your life, carrying its weight, and finding the strength to keep moving forward.